Hi, I'm Julianne Ash. I'm the Director of Midwest Educational Therapists, and here's the last of our series on motivation. Historically, we thought motivation had to be generated first to get action, to get production. Now what we're finding is that we need small successes to get the brain primed through the use of dopamine to be able to generate that motivation and then eventually get to your production. So we've looked at a number of strategies over the last several things. One has been to change the word from should to want. Another strategy was to get creative, think about negotiating with other individuals. Our students are quite creative on that. We wanted to talk about linking to something that's more interesting, that's more personally compelling. And finally, this is our final tip. Most of us understand that human beings like to play, but we're blocked, especially as we hit middle school and high school, and the thing becomes put your nose to the grindstone and memorize these facts. This is where we find a significant drop in motivation. So if we add more of a gamification ideas, this is the video game, the creative, the visual generations. What can we do to help them? Well, let me give you some tips from some of my past students. Adam, who was a middle schooler, decided that study guides were really boring. So what he did is he put them into a Kahoot and played it with a friend. Owen liked to take his vocab questions and vocab definitions, and he found an app that would allow him to create some word searches and also some crosswords. He loved it, and so did his friends. Rosita was one of my favorites. She liked to make Go Fish cards with her concepts and her vocabulary, and then played it with a friend. Needless to say, both of their grades improved significantly. And finally, Mac. Mac was my entrepreneur, and he was a genuinely wonderful graphic artist. Hated history, had straight Fs, but we had to pass it. He was in high school. So what Mac decided to do is every section in his history for a unit, he would go ahead and make a cartoon that explained it. Pretty soon, Mac had quite a library of cartoons that covered the different units. Needless to say, his grades started to improve significantly from Fs, then we're up to Ds and Cs, finally to As, but more importantly to Mac, enough of his friends really liked his cartoons that he ended up selling them for $5 a piece. Win-win for Mac. A's and money. What a way to do school, and a lot of fun using his creative ability. So again, remember, small successes generate big successes. We need to feel competent, and we need to feel like we can tackle them before we try to tackle a big job that looks overwhelming. If your child or adolescent still struggles with motivation, reach out to us on the web at www.metaoh.org or call us directly at 614-625-1771. Thank you for participating in our first motivational seminar.